Sydney is in the southeast of Australia and has over 4.5 million inhabitants. Because of its beautiful location on the Pacific Ocean, its 300 sunny days per year and its life-loving inhabitants, this city is one of the most beautiful places in the world. Sydney is full of sights and you need far more than a day to visit just a part of it. The city tour begins in Sydney's Chinatown. In addition to the many small shops, you should plan more than an hour for the China Market, Market City or Paddy's Market. Unbelievable what is offered at over 600 booths. Between Chinatown and Darling Harbour is the beautiful Chinese Garden of Friendship. Darling Harbour is nearby. Here you can take a break or visit the many shops around the harbour. If you want to get to know the animal world of Australia, visit the Wildlife Sydney Zoo at Darling Harbour. East of the harbour is the George Street with many shops, gastronomy and passages. A highlight of the George Street is the Queen Victoria building, which is home of one of the most beautiful shopping malls in the world. Harry's pies are a famous tradition in Sydney. Try Harry's Tiger. It's a delicious beef pie with mushy peas, mash and gravy. The Sydney Tower stands 309 meters above the Sydney Central Business District. The tower is open to the public and is one of the most prominent tourist attractions in the city. East of the George Street are large parks. Beautiful is the Hyde Park with its Archibald fountain. In the north, between the end of the George Street and the parks, is the Rocks, the ferry port with the world-famous Sydney Opera House and a view of the famous Harbour Bridge. Along the harbour promenade full of tourists, street artists present their skills. Just before the Harbour Bridge at the end of the George Street is the Rocks Market. An outdoor market and small shops display their craftsmanship. An unforgettable experience and main attraction of Sydney is the Sydney Harbour Bridge climb. Sydney's Luna Park is an amusement park 600 meters from the Harbour Bridge at Milson's Point. Worth is a trip to the Sydney Fish Market west of the centre. The colours of the fresh seafood are unbelievable. A beautiful walkway along the water is from Sydney Opera House to the Mrs. Macquarie's Chair, a perfect viewpoint back to the Opera House and the Harbour Bridge. Don't miss a visit to the Taronga Zoo. The animals of this zoo enjoy a wonderful view of Sydney's skyline. Sydney has many beaches nearby. Besides Bondi Beach, Manly Beach is a beautiful place to spend a beach day. Next stop is Gap Bluff in Watson Bay. Here, 11 kilometers from the city center, you have a magnificent view back to the city and a wonderful view of the Pacific Ocean. From Gap Bluff, it's not far to the famous Bondi Beach. Blue sky, blue sea, and a wonderful sandy beach invite to relax.
Somehow 20 people are walking through the sand. The sun is at its peak and I'm slowly going down. Walking for miles and miles with heavy things in our hands. Looking between the rocks for a place that's safe and sound, where we might rest an hour or two.
Don't miss the coastal walk from Bondi Beach to Bronte Beach, one of the most beautiful coastal walks in the world. wish more attractions? Try the impressive Sydney Whale Watching Tour, a beautiful trip from the city centre to the Pacific Ocean with good chances to observe these beautiful animals. Sydney offers endless possibilities to spend the evening. Darling Harbour is just one of the places full of visitors in a city with 24 hours of entertainment.